Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, TikTok as well. Today is the second part of our manifesting journey. I hope you watched the video, the previous video, the first video, and I hope you used all those techniques. And today is the second part. The other techniques that I'm going to give you, and I hope you will use them as well. All of them are powerful. Some of you wrote to me. I'm so happy, really, that you are trying, that you are using them. They are really good like that. Again, these are techniques that I'm given today, and that I was given last Saturday. Was actually the techniques that I'm using. So I'm not sure whether they're working for somebody else. I'm not sure whether they're good or not good. I'm not sure whether they're popular or not popular. I'm telling you what I'm using throughout the years and what worked for me. Might not be for everybody, but for me, they are working, and they are always they were always very beneficial. So I'm giving you my techniques, and you see whether they will work for you. As I said, there was some that was super popular all over in the media, but they never worked for me. So I guess I'm giving you what worked for me, what I did, because I only preach what I practice myself. All right. So we stopped at the 15. Okay, so the next one, I'm not going to waste much time. So the next one it will be, I think, 14 or 15. So I do expand my norm. Now, I have a lot of videos on norm, and you must understand. So everybody has an aura. So I have an aura, and I have enough energy to fill up that aura. Now, ideally, what we need to do, we need to develop and grow that aura little by little, every day and throughout our life. Now, usually, it doesn't happen like this. Usually, people, as they become old, and their aura becomes smaller and smaller because they don't have enough energy to hold it like this. They don't have enough energy to support that aura. You see, for aura to stay where it is, it needs to be filled with energy. But people become a little older, they're more vulnerable, they're fragile, their strength is not there, they don't work with their energy, and so they become weaker, and their aura squeezes. How does it look in real life? I will tell you how. You will always go into the store and buying, I don't know, caviar. And now you go to the store and you're like, well, caviar is really expensive. Maybe I can buy fish instead, or shrimps. Why would I spend $100 when I can spend $60? And this is how you start shrinking. You see, little by little, and then you think, you always lived in a mansion, and then you think, well, why should I live in a mansion? I'm okay with a smaller apartment. And again, you're shrinking and shrinking and shrinking like this. So, or you used to go to fancy restaurants all the time. You loved your bill was always $300-400, and now you're thinking, well, I can go to Applebee's and have dinner. I don't know, Applebee's is even open or not, but in one of these places, and I can have just a modest dinner, or Panda Express. I love Panda, and just have Panda for dinner. So you see, this is how you shrink. This is how it looks in real life. But it's not supposed to be like this. You're supposed to be expanding again and again, more and more and more. Or could be with clothes. Like I noticed with myself, I used to buy so much clothes, so much shoes, so much bags. I had so much stuff. I didn't know. Some of this I never used, I never wore. Now I'm very minimalistic about the clothes and the shoes. And I was worried at one point that my norm is shrinking instead of expanding. But then I kind of I reshuffled my budget, and I realized that I'm actually spending much more on traveling, much more on experiences than on clothes. So that's fine. But if I would be shrinking my budget on my clothes but not spending nowhere else, I would shrink my aura. So why I'm telling you all this? Because this is how you shrink your norm. And I expand my norm. I'm all for expansion. And if you're my client, you know that. I'm always telling you, you need to expand your norm. So if I'm, let's say, manifesting money, then I'm spending more than I usually would do. So, but I don't spend like crazy. I don't just take all my savings and I go shopping spree just for the hell of it. I usually just increase little by little. So, for example, if I always buy a bag for, let's say, $700, I would buy a bag that costs maybe 1,500 or something like this. So I expand on something that's important for me, but would make me feel better. I expand my norm. I physically expand my norm. I don't allow it to kind of to linger there. I force it to expand. Now, if you will do, if I would buy a bag for $20,000, I wouldn't expand my norm. I actually would shrink it even more because it's very uncomfortable, and my body could not hold it and could not tolerate it. I would be worried. I would be stressed out. How could I spend this 20,000? I would never wear that bag. So you see, you need to expand. Now, if, for example, you are manifesting a relationship or you do want to attract a man, then you need to start basically seeing men around you. This is how you expand your norm. You need to allow your mind to understand that there are men and they are appearing. You're basically forcing yourself to expand what is already is there. So if you believe that there is no man around you, that nobody talks to you, now you're basically forcing yourself to expand that. So you are in the elevator with some kind of neighbor from upstairs, downstairs, and you start talking to him. Or you are in the pool and you smile to somebody, or you flirt with somebody. So you're basically expanding the norm. You are going in uncomfortable to expand your norm and to make you to expand your norm and to make your wish come faster. You see, if I'm manifesting $1 million, but as I told you last time, but I feel uncomfortable with $1,000 extra a month, how will that million ever come? It's a huge threat for my body, for my mind, and for my consciousness. So I need to expand little by little. If I would show my mind that, look, I'm comfortable with spending large amounts of money, at least larger, my mind will be like, yeah, sure, maybe. So I'm closing the gap between where I am and where I want to be. If I never spoke to a guy in my life and I want to manifest Prince Charming into my life, I mean, for me, that Prince Charming will be such a huge threat. I will be sweating. I will be all flushed. I mean, I would never, for my mind, that guy is a threat. You see, my body is reacting like it's a huge threat. So for me, not to have this reaction, I need to close the gap. I need to kind of show my mind that it's not a threat. So what do? I basically start talking to other men. I start showing, I start flirting. I start noticing men around me and that they are not a threat, and showing my mind that, look, there are men and they are not threat, like this. So you see, I'm closing the gap. And then once I will show my mind that I absolutely comfortable with men, then the Prince Charming will show up. The same with money. If I will show the money that I'm comfortable with spending more, that I'm comfortable in expanding, I will get more money. And I checked it a few times. It's not always comfortable to expand, especially when you're on a time crunch. You need to manifest money, and now you're going to be spending money. It's really, it goes opposite to what you believe. It's not easy, but you need to little by little, especially if you've been in not very comfortable situation with money. You need to start little by little expanding. So start with something little, but something important for you. Maybe you like to cook, so buy yourself something for the kitchen, something expensive. Or maybe you like your living room, so maybe buy yourself some fancy pillows or an ottoman or something that would be really expensive, somewhat expensive for you, and would expand your norm. Every time you would look at those pillows, you would be like, I can afford it. It's amazing. So something like this. I do this all the time. I actually do it throughout my life because obviously we need to grow. I'm not becoming younger. So I need to make sure that my energy stays where it is and that it expands and it grows. All right, that's the first. The first for today. The second one is, I hope it makes sense though. I think I have a couple videos on expanding the norm. I'm going to put them in. I will look for them and I'll find them and I'll put them in the description. Now, the second one that I also do and do often, I imagine others congratulating me, or saying something like this, like I imagine reaction of others. So, for example, let's imagine you're buying a new car. You're manifesting to get yourself a new car. Now you got the car, and let's imagine you got the car unexpectedly, or maybe you got a car, I don't know, like a super fancy car that nobody expected you to. Imagine reactions of the closest people to you. So maybe your mom, maybe your man, maybe your children even, or somebody, maybe your friends, and they're like, oh, congratulations, oh my God, I can't believe you got it. So I do imagine this often. And usually whatever I imagine people to say, that's what happens. This is exactly what happens. So you can do it with anything, honestly. So you just basically have like internal conversations with your with people that matter in your life. Make sure though it's people who matter. So it's either somebody like an authority. Like I used to do it with my mentor, because for a while back, my mentor, was an authority figure for me. I admired her very much. I still admire her very much. I don't work with her any longer, but I still admire her. I mean, she's an amazing person. She taught me a lot. So, but what I was doing, basically, I was imagining how I tell her that I did this or I got this, and how she would say, "Oh my God, congrats! You see, you were able to do it." So, or I often imagine my family members, so my closest friends, even occasionally like my neighbors. So somebody who is constantly in my life and who is very vivid, somebody who is real, like this. If you would be just the strangers who would be saying, I mean, if strangers validation is more important for you, than imagine them, but it needs to be somebody who's important. So maybe you're a man and you want to buy, I don't know, a fancy watch to impress the ladies, and you imagining that you are out and there's some hot girls and they're like, "Oh my God, love your watch." You must be super successful. Then imagine this. For me, that would be useless, because I really don't much care, for the opinions of people that I don't even know. So I don't have this kind of this ego issues with me. So anyways, but I imagine people that are close to me. You can do the congratulations, or maybe they say like something like "thank you." Let's imagine you have you're playing the lotto, and your goal is to kind of to better off life for everybody around you. And so you won the lotto, and now you're given kind of cash out, and you imagine people like, "Oh my God, thank you very much." Be careful though with this, because if you will imagine that, then there will be people in your life might start appearing that will be asking you for money. You don't want that, obviously. So be cautious with that. All right, so this is the second one. Now this third one is the revision. Revision is very popular, and I think everybody knows about it, but I use revision not only in manifesting, but in my overall life. And this is what you do. You basically, I sit, like at the end of the day, I meditate, and after I meditate, I look through my whole day, and if there is something that I didn't like or fully didn't like, I would revise it. I would make it to the point that I love it. So every my day is basically an amazing day. By the time I go to sleep, it's an amazing day. Now, on manifesting, how it could work. So, for example, you're playing the lotto and you want to win. So you go in to check the tickets and there is nothing. And you imagine that there is something, maybe not millions, but imagine that there is some good amount, maybe $1,000. Can you imagine? You scan it and says something like, "Congratulations, you won $1,000. Claim, what does it say? Claim somewhere." Oh, so anyways, and can you imagine your reaction? You're like, "I can't believe, it really happens to me." So basically revise everything. I revise on everything like that. Or if you are manifesting a new partner, a significant other, and you basically, you had the whole day and you felt that you're lonely, that nobody loves you, revise that day, revise that whole situation at once. This is not true. You are loved by others. You imagine that you are loved by, let's say, three amazing men that you really admire. How would you feel at that time if there is like three really powerful men admiring you and loving you? You would be thinking like, like, who should I choose? Like this, you're not going to feel lonely. You're going to you will have a different problem on your mind. You'll be like, "I can't lose any of them. They're all amazing and they all love me. I mean, maybe I can keep them all." So revision, I use revision often, just because there are some situations when especially when you manifest something that you could not really control. And if you could not control, you can feel like you are basically stuck, like you don't know what to do. So when you revise, you show in your mind that it's not true, basically. And yeah, it's kind of delusional game with yourself, but who cares? I mean, as long as it's working, why not do it? I do it often. I told you the most significant time when I did the revision was with my friends. We actually went out, not like friends, more like acquaintances, went out, and there was a not a very good conversation. I came home and I was bothered, you see, because I'm emotional. My moon is in Pisces, so I'm sensitive like that. So I came home and I was bothered, and I knew that they were bothered. So I couldn't go to sleep like that. I sat and I revised that it was not an unpleasant conversation, more like a joking conversation. And once I started feeling good, I went to sleep. And when I woke up, a couple of them actually wrote to me like nothing happened. Like, one is like, you want to go for breakfast? So what I want to say is that revision works for me very, very good, because when I revise, I feel like the power is in me, not the power. Power is never outside, and this is exactly what you should feel. Power is always in you, no matter what's going on outside. The next one is self-love. Self-love is very important for manifesting. I'm not going to talk much about it. I have quite a few videos on self-love. I will put them here. Now, why self-love is important is because if you don't believe you deserve something, then you're not going. Oh my God, you learn Russian for me. This is so amazing. So if you don't believe that you love yourself, it would be very hard. If you don't love yourself, you don't believe you deserve anything. And if you don't believe you deserve anything, then how are you going to get it? That's almost impossible. So self-love is crucial. If you think that self-love is something is selfish, no, it's not selfish. It's actually the same. You have to love yourself to love others. You have to love yourself to get something in life. You have to love yourself to move in life, to even keep this. You see, when you don't love yourself, you don't keep the energy within your aura. The energy is always somewhere outside. Your aura will start to shrink if you don't love yourself. So self-love is important. Not going to get deep into this. I will put the videos on it. From here is another one. You need to make sure to heal your inner child. And I put over here, if your inner child knows that it's spoiled, the outside will reflect it. I had issues with my inner child, obviously, as I think many people do, and I couldn't understand why nothing that I want, only what I don't want manifests, and what I want never manifested. And one of the teachers, my Reiki teachers, told me, you really have issues with your inner child. Inner child doesn't believe that it's even valued. It's not validated at all. So I was doing the meditation on inner child for many months, and I was always crying until at one point I was just feeling absolutely calm. I have a meditation on my YouTube channel. Please do watch it. If you have issues with that, do watch it until you will feel like really neutral, somewhat positive, a little like really good. So once I healed my inner child, a lot of things that come into my life, because my inner child knows that it's loved. So because it knows it's loved, she knows that she's loved. She believes that she's deserving of anything. And if you believe that you deserving of everything, you start getting that whatever you want into your life. So this is important. If there is something that I'm manifesting and it doesn't happen very fast, like the ring, then I believe that I don't deserve it. So I start kind of working with my inner child. The inner child will start believing that it deserves. You can just sit, imagine that you have this little girl, your inner child, or your little boy on your lap, and you just hold it and you tell him, you deserve this, you can have it. And you will see how warm you will start feeling. You will start feeling very, very differently. And when you will start feeling like this, you will see how fast you will start getting whatever you want into your life. All right, so what else do I do? So with inner child, look, this is the thing. Inner child is a constant work in your life. So you could not just do a meditation one time and just move on, because if you didn't love your inner child for 20, 30 years, if you never chose yourself but chose others, now your inner child needs a conviction that you do choose yourself from now on. So you need to really, really convince yourself. You see, I was doing that meditation for like 6 months or so, maybe even longer. And then I stopped doing because I felt really good. That meditation didn't do nothing for me, but I always felt good. So I had no issues. But then a couple months after, I remember I had an issue again. I was forced at my job, at my career at that time, I was forced to kind of choose between myself and helping somebody else. And I was torn again, and I chose that other person again. It was I had to work, I don't know, so I had to take a client that I didn't want to take, but to help the other, so something like this. And I obviously betrayed myself big. And that client gave me nothing but problems. I didn't do nothing with that client, but just had a whole bunch of headache and problems. Nothing contributed to my life with that client at all. And I realized, and I was feeling down for a long time. I couldn't understand what is wrong, like what was happening. And then I realized that I betrayed myself, and this is what happening. I showed my inner child again that I'm not loving the inner child. I'm loving that somebody is more important than me, you see. And I start going backwards. I start like spiraling down again. So you need to make sure. So that was one of the occasions. Then like half a year after, again, something like this. So you constantly will be given this kind of like situations that you need to prove that you're still on the same page with your inner child. That and even now, I mean, with the 7-8 years after I work with my inner child, I still sometimes get the situations, and I'm like, okay, no, I have to be faithful to myself. I know I have to. All right, so I hope I convinced you. Healing your inner child is very important, and very important for your overall life, not only to manifest something. The next one is I anchor the feeling of what I want to get. This is NLP, and this is what I do. So you remember how last time I told you, find out the feeling that you want to get and then work with the corresponding energy center. So you not necessarily need to work with the corresponding energy center if you don't want to, but you need to find the feeling, because the feeling for everybody will be different. Somebody is manifesting the car because they need a reliable transportation from point A to point B. Somebody manifesting a car because they want to have freedom of just going anywhere. Somebody manifests the car because they want a validation. They want to impress others. Somebody needs a car because I don't know, for work or something. So you need to find a feeling that is basically that holds you to that car. And trust me, it's not the car that you want, unless you're collecting cars and you just want to have another one in your collection. Usually it's something. Usually it's some kind of feeling. So you need to find that feeling and then anchor it in your body. For example, if I am manifesting to buy a car for validation, so let's imagine I'm manifesting a Lamborghini, so I will drive and everybody will be like, oh my God, look at that car for a lucky girl or something. Then I don't really need the car, I need the validation. So I will anchor the validation in me, and then the car will have to appear. Or maybe not the car, maybe something else that validates me even more. Maybe you'll buy a $40 million condo and everybody will be even more impressed by that, or something. So it has to be that feeling, because truthfully, you don't really need the car, you need the validation. So let the validation come in the best way possible. If you're manifesting money, what do you exactly need with money? Do you just want to have a pile of kind of cash that you're gonna just admire, or do you want security, or do you want the freedom to go anywhere and at any time, or do you want to have this kind of light feeling that you don't need to worry about? You need to find that and anchor that feeling. That was an eye-opener for me a long time ago, and this is what I do. Every time I want something, I find the feeling. What is it that I want? Because obviously, I wouldn't want something just because. If somebody is manifesting a guy in their life, what do you want really? Do you want to be with the partner because everybody is with somebody and you're feeling left out? Or do you want to be with the guy because you want somebody to provide the security, will hold you and you will feel good and secure? Like, there is a feeling. So find that feeling and anchor it in yourself for some time, for maybe a couple months, whatever it is. So if it's security, feel the security in your body and feel it again and again and again. You don't need even to imagine the money or the car, just feel the security. If money equals security to you, money will come. If or maybe you will, I don't know, maybe you will get something else that will provide that level of security. And this is what I do. I basically find a feeling, then I sit and I just feel like this. I feel and I feel that feeling in my body for maybe 5-10 minutes every single day. You can do it longer. I mean, ideally would be if you would do it 24/7, but I mean, it's not for everybody, but at least 5-10 minutes a day. So your body needs to get acquainted with that feeling that you so much want. It needs to become comfortable with the feeling. Then once it becomes comfortable, then you get then you can get whatever you want. All right, so I hope it makes sense. Let me know if you have questions. It's kind of easy, and it's a shortcut to anything you manifest. If you think that, well, I'm manifesting a car because I want to have freedom, and now if If I will anchor the feeling of freedom, it might come somehow else. Well, then, and you are afraid, and then I won't manifest the card, then it's not the real feeling that you want. If you're afraid that you won't manifest the card, then that's something else. It's not just the freedom that you want. All right, so the next one is you need to unclutter your space. Why? Because for two reasons. So first of all, this is really energy kind of work. First of all, because when you unclutter your space, you allow energy to move in. You know, you manifesting something, so you want new energy. How will the new energy come if there is old energy all over? There is no space really for new energy. Remember, your aura is like this. You can't get new energy if there is old energy stuck in this aura. And your house is basically continuation of your aura. So you need to get rid of something to get something new. That's why they say if you want to manifest a guy into your life or a girl into your life, you need to get rid of all those unfinished kind of loose ends that are hanging around everywhere. So all those men that you are not admires, but boyfriend, but not boyfriend, but somebody like boyfriend, you need to get rid of them so you can get somebody solid into your life. Now, also it is important because when you're like have this kind of stuff all over your place, you're showing yourself and the universe that you're not trusting that something else would be. If you are holding on to some old stuff and you're like, well, who knows, maybe I won't be able to buy something new like this, maybe I can use it again. Okay, it's really, really bad. You're shrinking the aura very, very much like that. You're basically showing yourself, the universe, the energy around you, your consciousness, your mind, that you're not trusting, that you don't believe that something good can happen to you. So if you, like I was talking to my client and she was afraid to throw out her clothes, her old clothes that she haven't worn in years, maybe like 5-10 years. But she's like, well, what if I need it? I mean, what if you need it? If you need it, you will buy it. You will go and buy it. You are manifesting prosperity. I mean, obviously you will have enough money to buy yourself a new dress. That's just, just normal. So you need to unclutter space. I have videos on this too. For your energy, it's important. Anything you didn't use in the last 2 years, it has to go. It has to go, unless it's something seasonal, like skates, ice skates, or ski, snowboarding. I mean, something that you use in winter, like a Christmas tree. So something like this can stay. But if you haven't used that Christmas tree in 3 years, you always buy like a fresh tree or something, then it probably, this one has to go already. So everything has to go. You need to show that you're not afraid to give old one to get the new one. You're in trust. You can get it. You see, don't be afraid to eliminate something from your aura. When you go to the bathroom, you're not afraid that if something will come out, nothing will come in. No, you don't. It's just naturally, right? It has to move. So the same as energy, it has to move. Anything that doesn't make you happy, anything that you don't use, has to go out. I actually did an exercise a long time ago. The exercise was you need to go through every room in your apartment or in your house and throw out 40 things. I think it was 40 or something like that. So everyone, kitchen, bathroom, your bedroom, the living room, even if you keep stuff on your balcony or maybe in like in a hall or something. So every single room you have to throw out. And look, I did it a few times in my life. I'm very minimalistic right now, and never happened in my life that I threw something out and I never got nothing new. This absolutely never happened. But you need to throw it or sell it or give it away with the good heart, though. You need to and you need to be grateful for those things that you're giving away. And I always do. I always feel somewhat grateful. I never worry about that I wouldn't get nothing back, and always something always comes back. Always. I mean, somehow I always manage to buy. So I mean, it's just how it is. So anything that you didn't use, even if it's super designer, like last year, the year before I was traveling, I sold out a lot of my designer stuff, a lot of expensive things, and yeah, I sold it for really not that much, but I felt good because it was stuff that I didn't use for a long time and I didn't understand why I need to. The only thing that I probably made a mistake was my jewelry. The jewelry that I was getting from some old, like some relationship, unhappy relationship in my past. I basically just give it away all to church, which is, I don't even go to church, but I thought it was a good thing to do. I'm not sure. So this is something maybe you shouldn't do. Maybe clean the jewelry, maybe redo it. Maybe you can sell it. Don't do, be smart about your stuff. All right. The next one is so unclutter, and trust me, and you will. It will never happen that you will be left with nothing. That would never happen. I guarantee you that. Energy is like this. Energy has to move. But if you will clear the space and you will feel that the space could not stay empty, so something will come. If you're in trust, so if you are not trusting, you will squeeze your aura, and then you don't need the new energy. But if you're in trust, you keep in your space, you keep in your aura, the energy is missing, so the new energy has to come. It will come. It's just logical. All right. The next trick that I do stay focused. This is hard for me. I wouldn't lie, and that's why I use it all the time. Why is it hard for me? Because I have a lot of energy of water, and you know how water is. It's like this. You know, one day I'm focused on something, the second day I'm already thinking about something else. Like, it's not easy for me to keep the focus because of my dominant energy. Now, if you're energy of air, that would also be kind of hard. Unless it's your fixed idea of something, it would be hard for you to stay focused. Also, energy of fire, easy to stay focused, but they are so active that sometimes they might have to focus on many things. So that's why it's working for me. I basically force myself to focus on something. If I'm manifesting, let's say I'm manifesting what? No, what people usually manifest. Let's imagine I'm manifesting traveling, going somewhere, Japan. That would be a good idea. Let's imagine I'm manifesting going to Japan, and I could not be changing my mind. Like, okay, so today I'm focused all on Japan. Like, I'm going there. I mean, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to try to eat. This is what, this and that, money. Yeah, good idea also. I could not next day start thinking about, well, maybe I should go to China. I mean, why not? Why did I fix myself on Japan? Maybe China would be better. You could not be like this. You need to be focused. You need to be laser focused on what you want. Or money. If you're manifesting money, the same with me. You see, because I'm manager of water, sometimes I'm like, yeah, I really need to manifest some big chunks of money. And then the next day I'm like, well, maybe I should go. Like yesterday, I was thinking I should go to China, to Shaolin monastery to learn martial arts. You see, I mean, my ideas are like so very very all over the place. But I love that about myself. But also, if you want to manifest something, you need to stay focused. So if you are manifesting money, you need to make sure that you stay on track. And the few times when I was manifesting money, I did get the money because I was forcing myself to stay on track. Yes, I can consider myself going somewhere else. I can consider getting myself into a relationship. But for right now, the focus is money. So the next month, usually what I do, at the beginning of the lunar month, I decide what I'm focusing on. In the beginning of the lunar, when you have so much more ideas, how to stay focused when you have so much ideas, like this. So this is just basically you need to control yourself. So in the beginning of the lunar month, on the first or second lunar day, I decide what I'm focusing on for the whole month. And so, for example, if I decide, okay, so I'm focusing on money, then the whole month, the 28 days of the lunar cycle, all I do is focusing on money. So I walk around, I focus on money. I go for a walk. I focus on when I will be filthy rich, what I'm going to do. When I meditate, I focus on money. Even when I don't feel like focusing on money, I still push myself for at least 15 minutes a day, because I know it's just my mind and it's all over the place. You still need to kind of, I force myself to do that. Now, the next month, I can focus on something else. Maybe whatever. Maybe I can focus on going to Japan, on traveling to Japan. But it's like this. It's basically, I need to, it's discipline. That's what it is. It works for me because, again, I'm not always focused. My energy is different. I'm ruled by the moon, so 2 days I'm in one kind of mood, 2 days I'm in different mood, and like this. So it's normal for me. And that's why I control myself. For somebody might not need this. I have clients, energy of earth. They are very consistent about what they want. I work with them for 2-3 months. They're all consistent about what they want, and yeah, they have other issues when manifesting, but for the most part, they're very focused. They're very focused. They always know what they want. Their visualization is always the same. Their affirmation is always the same. It works for them. For me, I have to control myself. I have to discipline myself, and I don't mind. I mean, energy of water, if it's not disciplined, it becomes chaotic and it becomes very vulnerable. So I need to keep myself within borders. You need to stay focused. You see, if you will be one day thinking about Japan, second day thinking about China, the third day thinking about getting married, your mind will not take you serious. Your mind will think, okay, so this is just, it shall pass. And you could not allow this to happen. You could not allow your mind to think that it shall pass. You need to tell your mind, okay, this is what I'm focusing on, whether you want it or not. You have to get on the same page. This time I'm serious. And basically put the strong intention, watch the video, the previous video, and just stay on that. I do it every month. Every month I change, somewhat change the focus, and then the whole month I'm just focusing on that something. Would be good if you would do it with the moon. Like right now, the sun is in Cancer, so new moon was in Cancer. Right now, this month was good to manifest a relationship. The next moon would be the new moon will be in Leo. So obviously, would be good to manifest like popularity, or if you want something like that, so to become maybe famous or something, because it's new moon in Leo. Obviously, the whole month will be focused on that. Okay, so what else do? I also, before I manifest something big, I like to uproot myself. Oh, this is so sweet. Please keep going. You're so smart, beautiful, and influential. Oh. Thank you. So before I manifest something big, I uproot myself. How does it look, uprooting? So to imagine something else in your life, something outside your norm and your comfort zone, you basically need to not be stuck, grounded in your comfort zone. You see, if you live a particular lifestyle, how can you imagine something outside that lifestyle? It would be very hard. So ideally, people energy of air, they don't have problems with that, because they can imagine themselves here, they can imagine themselves in the future, in the past, everywhere. And I love energy of air for that. I just don't have none of that energy in me. So I create that energy of air. I work with my 3 upper chakras because that's the energy of air, and I do move around. So I travel, I take different kind of roads, I try new places. I do that for myself. So every time I want to manifest something different, something big, and something out of my comfort zone, I uproot myself. What do? I either go somewhere to travel, or I work with my 3 upper chakras really, really hard. So I just breathe through them. I focus. The easiest way is imagine yourself 10 centimeters or 10 inches up above your head, and just imagine yourself there. Like imagine that you are raising up from your body, that your legs are there and you're a little up, and you're almost looking at your head, like at your crown. And this is you uprooting yourself. You see, grounding is good, but uprooting is also good. You need to be, if you're self-sufficient, you need to be able to do everything. I mean, I'm a Reiki master, so I can do it. For you, it might be a little hard, but if you do it little by little, you can do that. Now, so what do? I either go traveling, or I start working really hard with my 3 upper chakras. And then if I could not travel at the moment, like right now, I don't have plans to travel. And then I manifest something. The next new moon, I will manifest something big. This is very important. A person who is very rooted in the present will not be able to manifest something. You know why? Because they believe that the present is the only possible idea. For the mind, it will be very hard to grasp. There could be something else. You see, when you are energy of air, you can be anything. You can imagine yourself being poor now, being absolutely wealthy tomorrow, maybe even wealthier after. That's why people energy of air, they're very I have a few friends energy of air, and I mean they have amazing lives, I could say. They could be sleeping on somebody's couch today, and tomorrow they're on a private plane with some rich guy. So their lives are like this. And yeah, why does it happen? Because they're not grounded at all. They do need to work on their grounding. But if you want to get something new into your life, you need to detach. You need to uproot yourself. You need to start looking for you need to allow your mind to welcome that something new. You see? So this is important. I always do that. And if you want to do it, if you have, it's summer right now, so a lot of people traveling. If you have traveling, and especially if you're flying, you're way above the ground, so you can manifest very easy. Again, if you are traveling, manifest while you're on the plane. Why? Because you're far away from the ground. You're not grounded at all, even if you feel you're grounded. That's why some people do manifest while they're flying, because of that. Now, but if you also in another country, manifest while you're in another country. Why? Because your mind already sees something unusual, so it's easier for the mind to believe into something unusual. The most brilliant ideas in my life I actually got when I was traveling somewhere. And you know, when you're traveling, then you come back, you feel like your aura is expanded, because it is true, your aura is expanded, and you can actually manifest anything that you want. All right, so the next one is you need, so you know how they say that the goal, so when you manifest, you need to detach from the, not uproot, but detach from the outcome. And everybody is kind of, it's hard for everybody to figure out how to do that. And it was also hard for me, especially if you're on a time crunch, you need to manifest money and you're not sure how to get the money. I mean, obviously it's not that easy to detach. So what I do, I find options for what could be, what else can I do? So for example, you're manifesting a man to get married. So you want to have a family. Now let's imagine you will never meet that man. You will never have a family. You know, if you will feel like this panic, this anxiousness, you putting a huge energetic pressure on the outcome of getting a man and getting married. You don't want that, because you put in a huge energetic pressure. That something will be even further away from you, because you're desperately wanting something. You see, you need to make sure there is no desperation, no heavy energy at all. So what do? You find other options. So okay, I will not get married, then I will go traveling, or I will buy myself a farm, and I'll get myself chickens and whatever else people have on the farms, or I will devote my life to something else, to art. So find options of what you, this will help you to detach from the outcome. I don't tell you to give up on them on particular to give up on the particular outcome. I just want you to remove that energetic pressure from it. Or you manifesting your significant other, the person that's not kind of is not reciprocating your feelings, and you really want him to, and so you kind of, you're not sure what to do. So you need to decide. Okay, I want this guy or this girl. I obviously going to do everything in my power. But if it won't work, I will give myself half a year. But if it will not work, then it's okay. You know, I can start dating again. I don't mind. I'm not like close to this. So you need to find options to remove the energetic pressure. I'm telling you this as a Reiki master. If you will push energetic pressure on somebody, that somebody will remove themselves, or that something will remove itself from you. Why? Because nothing and nobody wants to feel like they owe you something. There's absolutely. And when you are desperate and you believe that only that something can make you happy, you are not only putting energetic pressure on that something or that somebody. I mean, you manifesting money, and now money is supposed to, like, it feels like it owes you. I mean, it's wrong. So money doesn't want to owe nobody. Money wants to come in pleasure, to pleasure. Money wants to come to happiness. Money doesn't want to come because it owes unknown somebody something. So you see, detaching is important. And how you do that? You creating options. You finding options, and then those options will help you to detach. How I have a whole video on detachment. I will put it in the description of this one. You can watch it for you. TikTok, it's on YouTube. So what could be? What are my examples? A long time ago, I was looking for a job, and I wanted a particular job. I just graduated. I had my bachelor's. I was going for master's, but I wanted to have a job. There was a particular job that I wanted. And I put a lot of energetic pressure. I didn't know nothing about all this yet. And I was putting a lot of energetic pressure to the point that it made me uncomfortable. I was like checking my email and sweating, because I was afraid that I will get some kind of rejection. And that was not working for me. I was uncomfortable. So what I started doing, I started applying for different jobs in a similar field just to remove that energetic pressure, just to tell myself that, okay, worst case scenario, I can always get a different job and then maybe apply for the future for this job. Now, did I get the job? Yeah, I got that job. I just didn't like it, so it didn't last too long. And I got a different job from when I was applying just to remove the energetic pressure. And over there, I stayed almost 10 years. So what I want to say is that it's important. Detaching is important. You are not losing the focus. You are detaching. You're removing energetic pressure from that something. You are removing that heaviness that sits on that something that you want. Or if you, like I had a couple clients, they wanted to get pregnant. The same thing. I mean, I understand you have this pressure, the time, the years, the this and that, the outcome, but you could not put that huge pressure on something. It has to come, pregnancy is a creation. It has to come in pleasure, not in, so once they start working with their energy, with their mind, once they remove this kind of the pressure, both of them got pregnant. So that's how it happens. You need to make sure there is no energetic pressure whatsoever. There should be excitement, there should be anticipation and focus, but no pressure. All right, so the next one, I had to speed up. The next one is I work with my RAS, Reticular Activating System. I have a video on this too, so I'll put it as well. Reticular Activating System is the little part of your brain. Probably everybody knows about it already, but still, couple words. It's a part of your brain, and in that part of your brain, basically focusing on what is important in your life. If you, when I was looking for a car in New York, I used to live in New York, I wanted to buy a car. And somebody told me, so I need the car that's small because the parking over there. And somebody told me, why don't you buy a Mini Cooper? And I'm like, what is a Mini Cooper? And so my client, he showed me the picture of that Mini Cooper. And I'm like, really? I never even saw it. I never paid attention because for my mind, that was an unimportant information. Once he showed me that picture and I'm like, yeah, cute car, I can see myself in it. I started looking everywhere I would go. I was seeing Mini Coopers everywhere. I found out in Bay Ridge, I live in Bay Ridge. So I found actually out that my neighbor in my building had a Mini Cooper, was parking it in front of the building almost every single day. And I never noticed that car. Can you imagine that the car was blue? So your reticular activating system is finding the information that's crucial for you, that's important for you at this moment. So what I do, I basically, I keep focusing on what I want to bring more into life, on what I want my mind to focus more. Like if I'm manifesting a man, I'm basically not trying to find proof, but I'm telling my mind, okay, so we're looking right now for a man that loves me. Let's find those men. I basically tell myself like this, or if I'm manifesting money or clients, one time I was manifesting clients and I needed people that were interested. No, not in Brooklyn, Miami now. So I needed people who are interested, and those people basically, I need not only who were interested, but who were interested in working with me. And I told my mind, find me those people, find me the people that were interested in work with me. It was like a few years ago, and my mind started kind of throwing into me potential clients. I actually had them before, but I never really paid attention to them as much. So I work with IRS. Again, I'm not going to because I'm running out of time, but I will put a video if you want. Watch it. It's really important. IRS helps me a lot. But again, I work with it. I really give the task, and then I really make myself find whatever I need. What else do I do? So every time I go through a door, I say an affirmation. Now, I don't like affirmations very much, but I do like this particular exercise. It's usually the bathroom. Why it's the bathroom? Because because I used to live in an apartment that didn't have many doors. Only the bathroom had the door. And so every time I would close it, it would remind me to say the affirmation. So since then, every time I go to any bathroom, I go to the airport in the bathroom, I say an affirmation. It's like already a habit that's engraved in me. The affirmations change, obviously, but I say something that's important for me. You can do it with any kind of door frame. So there is this belief, it's an NLP, that if you will go through a door frame, it's like you're going into a new reality. Now, if you go into the same door frame all the time, it's the same reality. But try it. It works for me. I would say something like, "I'm so lucky," or I don't know. Everything comes easy to me. So something like that. I'm not a big fan of affirmations again, but this is something that works for me. And talking about the affirmations, I post. I forgot to get them. So I have the sticky notes, and I post them everywhere I can see them. So I don't have them because. So I post them on the mirror in the bathroom. I post them on the kitchen cabinets. When I make my salad, sometimes I look at them and I just repeat them myself. And they always in the bathroom when I put my makeup or do any kind of grooming, brush my teeth, I look at them. So those are affirmations. Sometimes it's just some kind of just phrases. Like, for example, I have a phrase right now: "Stay focused," or "Remember what you want," or "Remember that you are loved." Stuff like that. I had different ones throughout the year. You need to change them though, because at one point your mind will get used to them and will not pay attention to them no more. They will become like just part of interior. So you need to ideally every month change them. And I have them. I have them on different colors. So I have yellow, I have red, I have green, and every month I change the color again, because your mind will get used to them and you will not pay attention. You will look through them, not at them. So you need to change them all the time. And basically, that's what you do. Put it where you can see them though. Don't put it like, there are certain places in my apartment that I never really pay attention to, that I never look, that I never linger for too long. So putting there would probably not do nothing good. Put somewhere where you really will see them. So I do that. And then what else do I do? Oh, this is another thing that's really important, and I wanted to spend a little time on it. So I have a video on Ho'oponopono. If you don't know what it is, I will tell you. And I do want you to try this. So I have a video. I will put on it as well, and the Pygmalion effect also. So Ho'oponopono is an ancient Hawaiian technique. I don't know, maybe it's not Hawaiian really, but this is actually where it was used, and it was popular, and I guess it's still popular. And Ho'oponopono is 4 phrases that you use and you say when something is off. So you say, "I'm sorry, please forgive me. I love you. I'm grateful to you." Why do I use this when I'm manifesting something? If I'm manifesting something and it doesn't happen for a long time, that means that I don't believe that I deserve it. And since I don't believe that I deserve it, then I don't love myself enough, and I need to switch it. I need to change it. So what do? I imagine that something, and I basically say, "I'm sorry, please forgive me. I love you. I'm grateful to you." So I'm basically neutralizing the energy between me and between that something. I'm making us close together. I started using Ho'oponopono a long time ago with people. So I would imagine somebody with whom I had not a very perfect relationship, and I would be just speaking about it. The first person on that list was my father. And my father, I mean, we were very, very close. It's just my father died very early, and I was always like maybe a little angry that he just left me like that. I mean, I have a very strong family. It's not like he left me all by myself, but still, I always felt like maybe a little betrayed. It was a long time ago, maybe 10 years even ago, or maybe even longer. And he was the first one. So I would say that, and I would start crying. Then I was doing it with myself. When I would say those phrases, I would cry nonstop for hours, maybe sometimes. Until right now, I say I don't feel much, nothing, because I don't have no wounds to heal. But if I'm manifesting something and I'm focused and I'm putting the time and I'm putting the effort and I'm doing all this and I'm still could not manifest, then something is off. Then there is something that I'm not allowing myself, and I need to fix that. So I put that something in front of me, that kind of like in a bubble, that image, and then I'm saying, or I'm thinking about some kind of a wish, and then I'm saying this to myself again and again and again. I do it for at least 10 minutes a day. That speeds up the manifestation very, very fast. Honestly, I did it a few times and it always works for me. Nobody told me about this. I just decided, okay, so if it's not manifesting, then somehow I'm not matching. Somehow I'm not allowing myself to match that energy. Now I need to do something about it. So I basically, and that's what I started to do. I started imagining that something, and then I started saying those phrases again and again and again until I felt really really good about it. So again, the phrases are, I'm sorry, please forgive me. So you're basically talking to yourself regardless, you're not talking to anybody else, you're talking to yourself. So you're telling yourself, I'm sorry, please forgive me. So I'm sorry that I don't believe I deserve it. Please forgive me. I'm not, that's obviously, I shouldn't be doing this. I do love you, and I'm grateful for you. So I'm grateful that it was shown to me, and I do love that this is what's happening. So any manifestation that takes too long, that's what I do. As I said, you use Ho'oponopono could use with anything. If you are in an argument with somebody or you are not seeing eye to eye, do that too. Before, that's what I used to do because I worked in financial career, and there were a lot of people who I didn't see eye to eye, and obviously it's very aggressive kind of field. So I used to do it with people, and it always healed the relationship. Somehow we always kind of learn how to talk, how to work together, how to be. And with all my friends, I actually did it too. Revision is good, but this is also good. It's like you're giving comfort to yourself. And if you read about it, I think it's Joe Vitale who wrote about this technique, because he actually interviewed the person who was. Oh my God, I feel so ashamed. I don't remember his name. But the person who actually practiced this, and he was a psychologist in a jail in Hawaii, and he was able to basically, so he was a psychologist in a jail for mental criminals, and he was able with this technique was able to heal everybody in that institution. You can read it; it's actually well known. It's it's all over. And they closed that institution. That institution was closed because there was nobody else for whom it should be open. So use Ho'oponopono. I use it with stuff that is like stuck. It's like not moving. Maybe I will start using it with YouTube and TikTok so I can get more subscribers. I mean, why not? But with something that I'm really focusing, and and it doesn't happen. That's what I do. All right, that's it. The last one are my candles, and I didn't even mention them, but I do like my candles. I make them. I don't make them too much now, but if somebody wants, I can make them, and they're charged. So they charge for particular desire, so you can burn them every day for a little bit and see how you start work with your wish. All right, let me just if you have questions, ask. Let me sum it up really fast, and we will go to enjoy the Sunday. I do hope you did watch my video on Thursday. It was about the weight gain. Why couldn't you lose weight? Like energetic reasons. So do please watch that. It's only like 20 minutes. Okay, so if you have questions, ask. I will sum it up, and we'll be done. So the first one for today is I do expand my norm. Remember, you have the aura. If your aura has somewhat a lot of energy. If you do not expand your aura, you will never get more energy into your aura. Because why would you need that aura for? I mean, that does make no sense, you see? So if you want more money into your life, you need to expand the aura so that energy will have somewhere to place itself. Otherwise, you can get more money, but you will lose them or spend them, you see? So you need little by little expand your norm, and how you do that, you either if you're manifesting a relationship, you talk to a man, or if you are manifesting money, you start spending a little more like that. Then what else do I do? I imagine others congratulating me or saying something that relates to my wish. Somebody who is significant, somebody whose opinion matters to you, not just if random people matter to you, then look, don't take me wrong. People like on TikTok, on YouTube, some people I don't know, when they write me something, I mean, it's obviously pleasant because I'm putting some information. I'm putting myself out for judgment. So to hear feedback is important for me. But if I'm on the street and somebody will not like my outfit or my car, I mean, I really frankly don't care. Like, I don't need that validation from people that I don't serve to, so to say. All right, so imagine somebody who is important. Like my clients are important to me, so I imagine them also saying something like this if I need to. The next one is revision. I revise the outcomes to my benefit. So if I'm meeting with the guy that I want to kind of to become my future husband, and he's not even mentioning nothing about being a future husband, then what I will do, I will come home and I will revise that he is actually mentioning something about getting married. Then self-love. I work on my self-love constantly, and you should also. Self-love is important because if you don't love yourself, you don't believe that you deserve something better than you have right now, and you will never be able to get it. From here, you need to heal your inner child because you could not love yourself if you do not heal your inner child. Your inner child is the core. You see, you can pretend that you love yourself. You can take yourself to. You can do manicures, pedicures, massages, and everything. It has nothing to do with self-love. It's self-care. And self-love comes when you are accepting yourself fully and unconditionally, no matter what you are, no matter in what kind of situation you are. So you need to make sure that you understand that self-love and healing your inner child is important if you want to manifest something outside your comfort zone. So if you manifest in something little, like a cup of coffee, I mean, then it's easy. But if you manifest in something big, you need to prove your inner child that your inner child is worth that. I do anchor the feeling of what I want to get. This is important, also very important, because usually we're going after the feeling, not the situation, not the things that we want. We just want the feeling, and that feeling is you might even get something else instead of it. You know, if you manifesting diamonds because you believe you will be admired by others, maybe you don't need diamonds. Maybe you just need something else to be admired. But find the right feeling though. Make sure that it's the right feeling. Unclutter your space. Free the space in your aura for the new energy to come in, and show yourself and the energy around you that you're in trust, that you believe that if you get rid of that, you will get something new. Make sure to stay focused, especially if you're energy of water or energy of air. This is important. Before manifesting something big, uproot yourself. Start, you know what else is good for uprooting yourself? Start doing something different. Like if you are right-handed, like I am, start eating maybe with left hand, or brush your hair or brush your teeth with left hand. So it would kind of put your brain a little bit in a kind of in a limbo. And once it's in limbo, you can actually start manifesting something else. But you need to do it for some time. So maybe for a month or so. And then you need to detach from the outcome, and the best way to detach from the outcome is finding some other options. Doesn't mean you're giving up on your wish. It just means that you are not putting so much energetic pressure on that something that you want. It's important because nothing and nobody wants to be in debt to you or to somebody else. It just doesn't make no sense. You see, it's energetically not correct. If you put too much pressure on something, that something will run away from you. The same is like in a relationship. You know, I always say this: if you depend on your significant other for happiness or love, that significant other will very fast, because you can't really depend on others for that. I do use my RAS, reticular activating system. I tell what I need to find. If I'm manifesting new money, then I need to find that money coming to me easy. If I'm manifesting love, then I give a task to find that I am loved, you know, at least by somebody, by pets at least, or something. So then what I do whenever I go through the door, I say some kind of affirmation or something that uplifts me somewhat. It's just a habit, an old habit that I do, and you know, I don't know. You don't need to do it. Like I do it every time I go to the bathroom. Why? Because again, over the door that I had. You can do it every time you go to the kitchen, maybe something. So you can go through every single door. If you will do it when you go through every single door, then you might get frustrated, because there is really, you know, you move around a lot, and you won't be able to remember all that. Then I do put like post-it on the places where I can see them, like kitchen cabinets, because I make salad there. I wash my dishes, so I do like to kind of to look. Make sure you change them every month, because your mind will get used to them and it will not look at them, will look through them. I already checked that, and trust me, I was looking at my like affirmations, the phrases that were written there, and I was like looking through them. I couldn't focus on what was written there because it was so like a part of the interior. And I use for the wishes and desires that are not coming easily into my life. I use Honoponopono. I close that gap. I don't know what is the issue that I could not manifest something. So I'm allowing the energy to fix that for me, kind of. You see, it's like healing your inner child without knowing that you're healing your inner child. You basically just saying these 4 phrases. I'm sorry, please forgive me. I love you and I'm grateful to you. Make sure say it in your own language though. I always say it in English because English is my dominant language. I mean, I speak in English, I think in English, I dream in English. So I do this. If English is not your first language, speak it in your language. Why? Because you speaking to yourself. You're not really speaking to me or to somebody else. So you need to feel it. You need to feel it in your heart. How it is. And the last one is my candles. Again, my candles is something you need to order. So it's not as easy, but for myself, I always, when I need something big, I do make myself a candle and I work with it. It takes no time, I wouldn't lie. All right, that's it. If there are no questions, we're going to finish. Next time, we're going to talk about the procrastination. Look, manifesting somebody who loves me. This is the guy who loves me. Okay, I think I answered here everything. Let me know if you have any ideas for the future videos. I would gladly, if I'm obviously knowledgeable about it, I will gladly expand on them. I will gladly talk about them again. My vision is like this, very rooted into what I believe I see. Maybe there is something that you would want to talk about, and I'm not. I don't think that it's like an issue that needs to be talked to. So again, if you have ideas, give those ideas. I would gladly expand on them. If there are no questions, happy manifesting. Do manifest. Do feel that power that you have in you, and everybody has. And let me know on your progress. I really love to hear those stories. I know my clients, I know my friends, they do it. Feminine women, they like to create. That's normal. But if you are not my client or my friend, I still would love to hear from you. That's amazing, really. And if you have questions, obviously do ask, because I put so much in such a short period of time that maybe I missed something. So if you have questions, do ask. If you need some clarity, I would give it. All right, that's it. On Thursday there will be a new video. On Thursday the video will be prenuptial agreement, yes or no, for those who is planning to to get married, who is looking to settle down. Please do watch it. It's a short video. And next Sunday at 11, we'll talk about procrastination, how to motivate yourself. All right, thank you very much, TikTok. Thank you for your support, for your love. I will see you next Sunday. I do put every day a short video on TikTok. I do hope you're also watching it as well. Bye, everybody. And bye, YouTube. Thank you for supporting me. Please send this video to anybody who might need it, who wants to manifest, who has difficulties maybe to manifest, who is interested in manifesting. I would appreciate you, all your likes, your comments, your questions, and everything else. Bye, everybody. Enjoy your Sunday. Hurry up to the beach before it started to rain again. Bye, everybody.